Alright guys, so welcome into the comic section of haul video number 95. So again, like I mentioned, I have a few in-stock trades orders that came in very late, so that's the majority of my stuff. The thing that you saw at the thumbnail actually is a book that my mom found in the attic. So my mom is retired now and she's actually going through and cleaning up like a lot of the house, and she came across a lot of stuff like kind of related to comics and stuff like that. So she found this issue of Superman for me. It's Superman 174, written by, I guess, Jeff Loeb, or I'm not sure. I'm trying to see who wrote this. Yeah, Jeff Loeb and Steve Lieber as the guest artists. I don't believe I read this, but really cool to have. This is from, November of 2001. So very old issue, I guess in today's world, over 20 years old, right? You can see here the back, the ad is for Capri Sun. So I remember drinking a lot of those when I was little. But yeah, so there's also just some interesting stuff here. There's a Game Boy Advance like thing here for, I don't know what any of these games are. So Fortress, who knows what that is. But anyways, kind of cool to get that. Pretty cool cover too. So, all right. So getting into some of my in-stock trades orders. This one actually just came today. A lot of good stuff here. So the first book I got here was Chew, Volume 8. So I only have, I think, 4 more volumes to get. I think I get 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I think at that point I'll be done. I'm not sure though. I think there's 12 volumes. So, but yeah, very excited to hopefully read this one day in its entirety. This collects issues, who knows? Let's see if I can find it here. This collects issues 36 through 40. You can see here the back, spine. All the spines are different colors, so very cool to see that. You can see here some of the inside shots as well. Very cool art. I really like that. So great to pick that up. Next book I got here was Lazarus X plus 66. So this, I think, from what I've heard, it's like a bunch of different like short stories, I guess, set in the Lazarus world. It's not continuing the main series. I think the 6th trade, the 7th trade, I believe is scheduled to come out this year or has already come out this year. I was totally unaware that it's still an ongoing series, so I've read pretty much everything up to this point, so I decided to pick this up because I think this takes place after volume 6, but I could be wrong. But you can see here some of the interiors. Really like Lazarus, actually. I mean, everything I read is very, very interesting dynamic, very interesting like setting, and just the whole thing about, I forget what her name is. Forget the main character's name is. What the heck? I don't know. Someone can tell me in the comments what her name is, but yeah. But I really enjoy like the whole story of her and kind of like how she's going through all this stuff. So yeah, very interesting to see that. That's gonna drive me nuts now. Let me see. Let's see. I gotta find out what her name is. Let's see. What's her name? Forever, that's right. That was, and then they called her Eve in the book. I'll just put this back later. Yeah, I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but anyways, yeah, very much enjoyed that series. So having this now will be very nice. You can see here, this is a thicker book, so it's pretty nice to get this for $17, or I guess price off of that. The next book I got here was a series I'm collecting because I collected a similar series written by the same writer and drawn by the same artist, and that is Ascender Volume 1. Why I chose not to get Ascender or Descender Volumes 3 and 4, because I already have Descender Volumes 1 and 2. I think it's because this got me to like the exact price point for free shipping, so I think that's why I picked this up. Yeah, because this is the first trade, so Image does like the $10 price point for the first trade to get people into the books. But yeah, very excited to get this. I've been very impressed with Jeff Lemire's work. I've read Essex County. Family Tree's not too bad. I know that was like an ongoing series. I haven't really caught up with it yet. I read his, Hawkeye stuff, and very excited to read this too. So, again, anyone in the comments can tell me if Ascender or Descender comes first. I assume Ascender comes first, but I don't know. So just wanted to ask for that. But this collects issues, I guess. Oh wow, you can even see an ad for Family Tree in the back here. Oh, let's see. This collects issues 1 through 5. So very exciting to get that. All right. The next book I got here is an epic collection that, again, kind of flew under the radar for me. I don't remember it being solicited, but I guess I don't pay attention to these. And it's getting to the point now where I legitimately had like almost like a consecutive run of Thor, like 200 straight issues of like Thor collected that I could like really do like a crazy readathon for it. But at this point, I kind of want to like collect it all so that way I can just like read all of Thor like for like months on end. And this is the 7th volume of Thor Epic Collection. This is, I guess I want to pronounce, I think it's Ulik Unchained or Ulik. I think it's Ulik, but you can see here, great cover here. Jerry Conway, John Buscema on art there. You can see the back as well. This is the 7th volume of the Thor Epic Collection. So this collects 73 through 75 of Thor, numbers 217 through 241, and Marvel Premiere number 26. So you can see here some interiors. Really great art here by John Buscema. I'm very excited to read this. I do really appreciate his art. Very dynamic. Very much that Marvel method that everyone was striving towards in this era of Marvel Comics. So I don't think I'm going to be disappointed with this. You can see here, it's still the classic Thor logo. Love to see that. And very excited to have another Epic collection here. So I think at this point now, all of my Thor Epics have spanned beyond just one shelf. So, because I have that Walter Simonson omnibus right in the middle there as well. So we'll add this to the collection, and very excited to get this chunk of my collection for Thor collected. I don't think I'm going to be disappointed when I get around to actually reading Thor, because it's going to be a really great, like, fun ride to be able to read, like, all through his history in one go. So, not one sitting. That would be insane. I'm pretty sure I can never do that. But, yeah. All right. Next book I got here was the book that was in that order that I mentioned earlier that I was worried about, because they said it was coming, and then I was concerned, and then I emailed Inside Trades and never got back to me, and then I checked the order, and apparently it shipped, and it came in like a separate UPS order, so like, but they never listed it beforehand, so I was like kind of concerned, but nonetheless I got it, and now I can finish off the hardcovers for this series, I believe. I don't think there's a 4th hardcover coming, but I could be wrong, and that is Spider-Gwen by Jason Latour and Robbie Rodriguez on art. So read the first one back in, I think, 2017, I want to say, and I did enjoy the original Spider-Gwen stories. I read the second hardcover like maybe a year after, because I just didn't have it collected and did not care for it at all. Like, I just did not like where like the book went after the first few arcs. And this one, hopefully this one can sway me back to the character, and looks interesting, right? We have Miles Morales kind of teaming up here. This is, I guess, around the era where like Into the Spider-Verse comes out, so I guess they're kind of capitalizing off of that hype and trying to incorporate the characters into the comics as well. But yeah, I'm gonna give this a read hopefully sometime soon, and hopefully this can kind of convince me to keep reading the character. I think there's a Spider-Gwen book coming out now. I'm not sure. It's either Spider-Gwen or it's called Ghost Spider now. I don't know what they're calling it now, but regardless, I'll give this a read, and it's nice to have all 3 hardcovers now, so really cool to get that. It's funny though, because they're still calling this, like, I guess I should mention that they collect 2015 B number 16 through 23. So again, that was the year where Secret Wars happened, and the series got launched twice in the same year. And Spider-Man 2016 numbers 12 through 14. So I think that's Miles Morales stuff. I could be wrong there, but who knows. Okay. And the last book here was a book that I was very hesitant on getting. I wanted to wait and possibly get the paperbacks if I found them, but I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to take that chance with this book and these characters and have to look all over for this and kind of have that gap in my head of my reading order and just be nuts. So I went ahead and bought the oversized hardcover for this era of X-Men that I was looking to get, and that is the X-Men Inferno Prologue. So I skipped out on the Inferno hardcover. My friend was actually looking to upgrade to his Inferno hardcover from his paperback, so he sold me the 2 paperbacks for I think $40 combined, which was less than what I would pay for the actual hardcover, and it collects pretty much the same exact material, I think. So I was like, well, then I'll just do that. But the prologue I never actually owned, so I went ahead and picked this up. This was actually on sale for I think $60, cover price of $100. So, you know, I think that's a pretty good deal. This is almost essentially, actually, it is omnibus. Okay, never mind. I'm just confused because previously these were used to be hardcovers, and now Marvel is calling them omnibus, which rightfully so, right? I mean, this is the size. Some omnibus are smaller than this, but you can see here kind of the side spine there. Very nice. This collects issues 27 through 32 of X Factor. Annual number 3 of that series as well. Uncanny X-Men numbers 228 to 238. New Mutants numbers 62 through 70. Annual number 4 of New Mutants. X-Men Annual number 12. And material from Marvel Age number 4 and Marvel Fanfare number 40. So I do know a little bit about Inferno just from like other books' context and how they explain it. But obviously wanted to get this as part of my collection for X-Men. So in terms of gaps, I don't really have many for like since like the relaunch of the all new, all different X-Men. I think we should hopefully be getting another omnibus solicited hopefully for the next year or so of Uncanny X-Men number 5, and that should take us right up to Mutant Massacre, which I do have collected. So I'm kind of waiting to see if that 5th one comes out before I skip ahead to Mutant Massacre and have to go back and read the other stuff. So I did read the 4th omnibus as soon as I received it, so I made sure I got caught up with that. But it's been a long journey here reading the X-Men. But once that 5th omnibus gets solicited and gets released, I can hopefully read that and then just continue on with my readathon of X-Men stuff. So I'm sticking to it, and hopefully that happens sooner than later. But yeah, so that is my haul. You know, like I said, not really much to go over here, but I am spending a lot of time reading and catching up this month. I pretty much read all of my 90s comics, or Spider-Man comics. I have currently reading the Todd McFarlane Adjectiveless Spider-Man omnibus, so very much enjoying that so far. I've read like 5 issues into that, very much enjoying it, but debating whether or not I should get into the Straczynski Spider-Man run after that. I do have the 2 omnibus for that, so I'm tempted to get into that after this, but maybe you guys can let me know in the comments what you want. Do you want me to go and read JMS? Is that a good transition point after that, or should I just read something else and then revisit that at a later date? Who knows, right? But those are my comics for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this section of haul video number 95.